We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. It's Game 4 of the World Series between the Texas Rangers and the St. Louis Cardinals. Game 4 of the World Series comes up next. Alex Reyes is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Oh, Alex Reyes, one of the big arms, young up-and-coming arms in the game of baseball. Great fastball, 95 to 98 miles an hour. Powerhouse slider, and I mean a true slider. His changeup has gotten better, and you can see why when you watch this guy pitch.
Home side about to take the field. This place is jumping. Here's public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2021 St. Louis Cardinals.
A chance now to look at the batting order for the visiting Rangers. Zero, what's the key if they want to be crowned World Series champs here tonight?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. So here's how the Cardinals are positioned defensively. And let's focus our attention on the guy behind the dish, Matt Wieters. Not easy to do his job at get out of that crouch at 6'4", 6'5", and throw an absolute rocket down to second base. And, oh, by the way, hit from both sides of the plate. Look for
Now batting, Douglas Pittman. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Douglas Pittman.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. Reyes is kind of an interesting guy when you dig into his starting pitching tendencies. As starters go, he does a nice job of limiting base hits, but what's proven to give him trouble at times is the walk. He tends to issue a lot of free passes, more than you'd like to see.
That's an interesting note, Matty V. And I think one of the things that he doesn't give himself enough credit for, when he falls behind in the count, 2-1, 3-1, he's the kind of guy that's just not going to lay one in there and let you whack it. He'd rather start with a fresh count to a new batter. So I wouldn't look at that as a negative. He just isn't the kind of guy that's real aggressive when he falls behind in the count.
Make the turn here.
Into center field, line drive, base hit.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
That is it. The second baseman, Rougned Odor.
Stand up, right here.
Oh, and the throw's wide as it gets by him at second. And he'll come in to score from second base, and that is a direct result, obviously, of that poor throw.
And as a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is more painful than having to get extra outs in an inning. That should have been out number 3 there. Instead, he has to refocus and get back to work.
Batting 6, the third baseman, number 0.
In now, Dennis Davidson. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
Hey, he finds himself in a tough situation early, and he's going to have to execute a pitch to get out of it. But if he does, it'll build confidence, and he starts rolling as the later innings start happening.
The set and the 1-0. Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike. And a front foot curveball here that misses down and in for ball 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
2-1. Here it is. To 2-2 now. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball well outside. Roberto Guillen would be next. He's set. The 3-2. And he fouls this one off. Hickman over at second. Odor at first. 2 out in the inning. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over. Rangers will have to be content with just a 1. On now to the bottom of inning number 1.
Leading off for St. Louis, the right fielder, Jose Martinez.
Here comes the first pitch. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2. Three and 0 now. DJ LeMahieu is on deck. The 3-0 comes with a slider. 3-0, but gets it over for strike 1. The 3-1 pitch is a slider, and he can't pull the trigger. It's 3-2 now. Another full count pitch home.
1-1-1.
Hit hard on the ground towards second, and this will find its way into center field for a leadoff single.
That's the game plan right there. Elevate the sinker from the offensive standpoint. That's what they talked about in the hitters meeting. And on the flip side, if the pitcher doesn't get that pitch down, there's going to be a call to the pen shortly.
Batting second, the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. Ooh, and he finds his spot there. 1-1.
Hey, if he's going to be able to dot up his sinker down and away like that all game, you are in for a situation where you're going to see a lot of ground balls and a lot of weak contact.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a flare hit toward right. In comes Mazzara. He can't get to it. This one's down. But now a throw from the outfield will get him. How slow can you be?
Oh, man, I don't know how that happened. Looked to be a base hit to the outfield, but then all of a sudden the throw comes in and they get the force on the plate. To be honest, that just can't happen.
Batting third, the first baseman.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. Well hit to right, but foul. Triggs, a former member of the Oakland A's. He came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
A ball and a strike to the Cardinals' first baseman. Goldschmidt is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
Count even at 2-2. The 2-2. Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, but it's not in time, and the inning will continue. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung.
The shortstop.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hard hit ball to second. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. One left for the Cardinals. They're down 1-0. Into the box now, Roberto Guillen, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Roberto Guillen.
First delivery to him on the way. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball one. Lays off the fastball away, and it's 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
He walked a guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
3-0 pitch. Finds the zone, strike one. Swing and a miss, and the count goes full. 3-2.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1. So now we've got a battle on our hands.
The 3-2 pitch is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
It looked like this at bat had the makings of a leadoff walk when it started 3-0. So that's a good job not to give in and battle back to earn the strikeout. That's not always easy to do.
So now up steps Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, as he'll take a look at ball one. Kiner-Falefa swings and throws from the right side and stands at 5'10". He was a fourth-round selection back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, this middle round selection is still developing, but he's doing it at the big league level, and he has a lot of time to get his tool set ironed out.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were two stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
2-1 to count. Now the 2-1 pitch. Taken, strike two.
Hey, I don't care what league you're in, American, National, if you're playing on Mars. If you get a heater down the middle of the plate as an 8-hole hitter, you better be swinging the bat.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. And with 2 away now, let's take another look at our playoff brackets. And, of course, the question on everybody's mind, will we crown a champion here tonight? Next to hit will be the pitcher, Andrew Triggs. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that's in there for strike 1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here. I'd like to see him shorten up a little bit, maybe choke up and try and work the ball back up the middle the other way.
Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So they go quietly here in this half inning. On now to the bottom of the second. The Rangers on top here, 1-0.
Leading up for the Cardinals, the left fielder, Marcel Ozuna.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that misses, ball one. Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. Next batter to the plate, Brian Goodwin. As he'll watch a sinker here that misses. It's ball one. Base is empty here with nobody out. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
Jeimer Candelario waits on deck. 3-0 pitch. Is taken, strike one.
3 balls.
No outs, nobody on. Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out.
Not too often you see an at-bat go from 3-0 to a strikeout, so that's a pretty good job on the mound right there. Kind of nice that he got a free strike on the 3-0 take, but he still had to put it in the zone.
Batting seventh, the third baseman, Jeimer.
First pitch on its way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. Now the 2-0. 3-0 now. Matt Wieters waiting on deck. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
And that hole at bat, I feel like he really didn't want to challenge him. And I'm really surprised by that because I think this is a guy in the bottom third of the order you have to go right after.
Batting eighth, the catcher, Matt Wieters.
Here's the first pitch to him. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. Here's the 0-1. Sinker gets the outside for a strike. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. Breaking ball called, third strike as that catches the zone for out number 2. Stepping into the box, Alex Reyes.
Batting ninth, the pitcher,
from the stretch. Here's the pitch.
Reyes.
First pitch is a slider called for a strike. One and one.
Man, 35 pitches with only 2 outs in the second inning. Ideally, you'd like to have 30 or less after 2 innings, so he's got some catching up to do.
Cardinals pitcher up there with a 1-2 count. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more of Game 4 on MLB Network right after this. Here's Elvis Andrus now to start the inning out. Matt Vasgersian, Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac with you in the booth for this one. Here it comes now to Andrus. And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes this the other way to right. And a base hit. So early trouble to lead off the inning.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
Now batting, the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Comes set, and the 0-1. Good curveball there. Clipped the outside black for a called strike.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Kiermaier now. The 1-2. And he's able to stay alive here as the foul's tipped right off the catcher's grill. And that'll ring in the ears a bit. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Hot shot on the ground is short. LeMahieu for 1. On to Goldschmidt, but too late as they'll just get the 1. Striding in, Nomar Mazara. He reached on a walk in his last time up and later came around to score.
Mazara.
First things first, here's a throw over. And he'll dive back in safely. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Nope.
Man, a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. Mazara, an imposing left-handed figure at 6'4" tall. This is his 6th season for him in the big leagues. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin the win if he starts looking for it in there.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Got to believe that runner from first is going to be in motion, especially in this situation. As an offensive player, just hit something hard because those defenders are going to be moving.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings. So here's the cleanup hitter, Douglas Pittman. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
First offering on its way. Boy, not the way he wanted to start out here. It's 0-1. Kiermaier at second. Mazara at first. 1 gone. And he misses with it. 1-1.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
Hit sharply, but foul down the right side. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Now that second baseman.
Here's Rognet Odor now as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He comes in 0 for 1 on the day thus far after reaching on an error his first time up. The set and the 1-0. Now a big swing, and this ball is crushed out to deep center field. Onto the grass hill and gone. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. His first homer here in the series. As the Rangers take control here, it's now 4-1.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
Now batting.
Standing in now,
Number
Dennis
0.
Davidson. Pulled toward right center field. And now that'll hop over the wall, so he'll be at second here with 2 away on a ground rule double.
Well, he definitely puts a charge into this one, and the outfielder has 0 chance to make a play on it. Next thing you know, the relievers in the pen have another ball to warm up with.
Now batting, the first baseman, Roberto Guillen.
Stepping in now, Roberto Guillen, as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. The 1-0 home is a called strike on the changeup.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
The 1-1 is taken for strike 2. And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. The 1-2 misses, ball 2. The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Hit hard but foul toward first, so he'll come back and line it up again. The next 3-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Once again, a 3-2.
Pick up the ball right here on the back,
And that's through into left, a base hit. He'll come home with it. But this is well up the line, and he's safe at home plate.
Boy, what a battle there, D-Rose. Several pitch at bat right there. He threw everything but the kitchen sink, and he was still able to get an RBI base hit.
And Dan, I can't tell you, the longer the ABs go, usually I'll tell you get in that swing mode where if he throws the rosin bag, you're pulling the trigger on it. Wait for him to settle in his zone and not come outside of it and end up getting a knock.
Into the box, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. One 0 count. Here it is. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Curveball fooled him there as he's way out in front. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
You look in the dugout, you can tell that manager's getting ready to come out on that top step. If he doesn't get out of this situation right here, and it's a tough one, I think the bullpen comes in.
And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Andrew Triggs. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
The 1-0. Hit weakly back
on the bag,
to the
on the
mound.
bag.
Throw on to first will finally retire him as the inning will draw to a close. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Rangers lead it 5-1. So it's back to the top of the order now. And up next will be the right-handed hitting Jose Martinez.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on. But you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle. And one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Fouled off. Now the 1-1 pitch is in there for strike number 2. A swing and a ground ball to third. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. So one gone here in the St. Louis third. And that'll bring in DJ LeMahieu. First pitch of the at-bat. Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike. Slider finds the zone for a strike. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 to DJ LeMahieu.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
There's a breaking ball that he didn't quite get on top of.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And stepping in, the power-hitting first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Here's the first pitch to him. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's wide, 2-0.
Do you take your chances in this situation as a hitter, knowing he's just missed outside 2 pitches in a row, and dive a little bit and try and drive something in the opposite field?
Outside, 3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
And they won't let him walk that easily, as that's somehow ruled a strike. 3-1 now. The 3-1 pitch. And that one's taken outside for a ball. We walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
And with the bases empty and 3 balls, I think they were probably just saying, hey, we're not going to compound our mistakes here. Better issue a free pass and give him something to drive.
The next to bat for St. Louis,
Now
Paul
batting,
DeYoung. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
DeYoung.
First delivery to him on the way. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Goldschmidt, the runner at first with 2 gone. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. This is on the ground over to first. Well, and he has some trouble with it, and a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the 3rd out of the inning. Cards leave 1. They're down here 5-1. Number 62 is on, and he'll take over on the mound in relief.
Number 62.
Here's Elvis Andrus now. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Here comes the first pitch. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Looked like a breaking ball that time, but it never came back down.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Back up the middle.
Run it out.
Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. Stepping into the box, Kevin Kiermaier. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. 5-1 our score as we play the 4th here. And this one's too far inside, ball 2. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Goodwin racing back at the track, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he'll get in there at 3rd as he just misses a home run, but settles for the triple.
Anytime the ball is hit that hard to deep center, you know it's going to be a tough play. The center fielder gives chase, but it ends up coming off the wall, and by that time, you knew it was going to be a triple.
Now batting, the right fielder, Nomar.
In now the power-hitting outfielder, Nomar Mazara. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
I don't blame the batter for pulling the trigger right there. Those fastballs light up your eyes, and you can occasionally do damage with them, but he wasn't able to catch up with that one.
The 1-2 misses for the 2nd ball.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
The 2-2. Hot shot to third. Candelario comes up with it. The tag from Wieters, and he is out trying to score.
That could be a tough read for the runner at third because your first instinct is to take off for home on the ground ball. But when it's right at the corner infielder like that, it doesn't take a whole lot to nail you at the plate.
Next for the Rangers, the left fielder, Douglas.
Into the box now. Douglas Pittman hit hard down the left field line. But this is going to get foul. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on the defensive side in multiple ways. You can go fastball up. You can go breaking ball down. One of the keys getting ahead, and he's done a very good job.
Line to shortstop. He's there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Marcell Ozuna. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
This is the cat and mouse that I love right here. You take the pitcher deep last time up. Now you're 2-0 again. No way he gets a fastball right here.
In the dirt. It's 3-0 now. Three and 1 to the Cardinals left fielder. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
He'll be kicking himself tonight if he doesn't come up with a big knock right here. That pitch was in a hittable location, and a hitter of this caliber usually doesn't let that go by.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the fourth.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Now batting.
Riding in once again, Brian Goodwin looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Here now the 2-2. Just hung in there on that one. Oh, that hit him. Let's hope he's okay. Recovery throw is not in time, and that'll go down as a painful single. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Digging in, Jeimer Candelario. He drew a walk his first time up.
Jeimer Candelario.
First offering on its way. First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes.
This is absolutely a huge spot right here. They have to find a way to get something out of this half inning. I don't care if it's 1 run or 2 runs. You have to find a way to at least give yourself a little shot of confidence that you can get back into this one.
Ozuna on second. Goodwin at first with no outs. 2-1. Here now the 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
Now batting, catcher, Matt.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters now. Swung on but fouled off to the left. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. A ball and a strike to count to the switch hitting catcher, Matt Wieters. Two balls and a strike.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
Line towards center field. That's in there. Base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
Ranger skipper is up off his seat in the dugout now to make the walk to the
Your
mound.
attention, please.
And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight.
Jordan.
So as he departs, not exactly sure why he's getting the hook as he's given up just one run, but nevertheless he's on his way to an early shower. Number 62 stands in as he looks at a called strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. In comes Mazzara. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. And there will be no attempt to score here as the bases stay loaded with 2 gone now. And now back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Stepping in, Jose Martinez. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 3 left for St. Louis. They're down 5-1. Ready now, Rougned. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more fastballs and curveballs.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
Hey, back when I first broke into the big leagues, a lot of the pitchers wanted to work east to west. Now with such an uptick in velocity, these guys are working north-south. That's just a great elevated fastball with serious velocity on it.
Now another 1-2. Just trying to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Martinez is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. Ready for another chance? Dennis Davidson. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
2 balls and no strikes.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Roberto Guillen is on deck. Now the 3-0 offering. Here's a fastball taken on the inner half for a strike. And a fastball misses there. Ball 4. Now to the plate, Roberto Guillen. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
Guillen.
He's set and the pitch. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0. 1-1 the count now. A 2-1 count to the Rangers' first baseman. Davidson leads off first with 1 away. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. No problem over there for Goldschmidt, and there are 2 gone now. So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and into bat next will be Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Kiner-Falefa.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In there at the letters 0-1. Throw over to first and a dive, but he's back. Swing and a liner.
There you go. Find the
That
ball.
gets
Find the
down,
ball.
and he's got himself a base hit.
All right.
And
Stay
he
here, stay here,
misses
right
it.
Man, it looked like the pitcher was trying to get him to go fishing at a pitch out of the strike zone. He went for it all right, but he managed to catch all of that baseball, lacing it for a double in the outfield. That's a great piece of hitting.
Now batting, the pitcher, Jordan.
In now,
Lyles.
Jordan Lyles, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. First at bat of the game for him here in the 5th, as he was a late entrant into this one. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. That's right there at the belt. 1-2 now.
Yep, 1-2.
1-2 pitch is a bit high, and he's back to even at 2-2.
I don't know if that was discipline or whether he's just not swinging the bat at all, but hey, at least he's making the pitcher throw a few more pitches.
Struck him out, so they work out of the jam as he strands 2 men in scoring position. Rangers leave a pair. They're up 5-1. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
And he popped him up.
In comes Mazzara.
And it drops down in front of him, a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the fifth.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
So striding forward now Paul Goldschmidt, lifetime versus Jordan Lyles. He's a .333 hitter. He also has 1 home run. He's set. Here it comes. No balls and 1 strike. Now the 0-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
1 run, 5 hits, 1 error for the Cardinals to this point.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Kiermaier's got a read on it, makes the play, 1 away.
No runner. Cut hold.
So a runner on first with 1 out now, and that'll bring in the Illinois State product, Paul DeYoung. First pitch of the at-bat. In there for strike 1, 0-1. LeMahieu, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And oh, a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the 2nd casualty of the inning. So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring up big-time RBI man Marcell Ozuna. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1. And he fouls this one off. Here it comes, 0-2. Little too much bite on the slider that time, taken outside.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
1-2. Here it comes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. We'll get a look at the speedy Elvis Andrus when we join you next. 5 innings complete. It's the Rangers 5 and the Cardinals 1. Stepping in, Elvis Andrus. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Elvis Andrus.
Here it comes now to Andrus. Pops this one up. In there, a base hit.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
The center fielder, Kevin.
Standing in now, Kevin Kiermaier, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. The 1-1 to 1-2 now. 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Now batting, right fielder, Nomar.
Stepping in now, Nomar Mazara. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Looking up is Goodwin. Onto the lawn and gone. So it's a 2-run homer for Nomar Mazara. His first homer so far in the series, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
He might have thought he was going to fool him with a first pitch bender, but he was wrong. He was sitting on that curve and absolutely hammered it way out of here.
Now batting.
Into the box, Douglas Pittman. Yes, he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Now the 1-0 to right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second home run of the series, as this is now a 7-run ball game. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the two teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Yeah, Matty, you don't see this very often, Dero, when it's cold and chilly like this. Wind blowing in a little bit, but we're still seeing a lot of home runs.
Yeah, Dan, I can't explain it. Let's just tip our hats to both offenses right now because they came to play. Moving traffic against this cold weather, not easy to do.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. Count still at 1-2.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fastball. He barreled it up nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
And it's fouled away. Still 1-2. Struck him out.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
Into the box now, Dennis Davidson, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. 3 runs already home here. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. 6th, 7th, and 8th. In now, Brian Goodwin. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. In there at the letters, 1-2 now. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss and another strikeout.
Now batting.
The next batter, Jeimer Candelario. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now the 1-0. Fouled off. The 1-1 home. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Bases are empty, 1 man out. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. Matt Wieters will be next. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Matt Wieters.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. A little late on the fastball here as this is bounced foul just off to the left. Strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. A bouncer to the left side. Davidson takes it in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Dominic Leone enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Now pitching and batting in the 8th spot, number 55, Dominic Leone. Now catching and
ready for another shot now, Roberto Guillen.
Peter McCauley.
From the stretch. Bottom 3 in the batting order here as the first pitch misses to the number 7 hitter. It's ball 1. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
Well, that's another great hitting count here on 2-0. It's no wonder why they're up 7.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Hey. 2-2. Two pitches fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3. And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4. Now in the box, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. A hit in 2 tries for him so far.
Kiner-Falefa.
Here's the first pitch to him. In there, and it's 0-1. Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now. Fouled away. From the belt, the pitch. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Guillen gets his lead at first, nobody out. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. The 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
He'll be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning.
Correa.
Popped him up. Candelario over to his right. 2 down. So coming to the plate, Elvis Andrus. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. First pitch coming. Here it is. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Here it comes now to Andrus. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
0-2. Here it comes. And this will be fouled away. The next 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play. 2 out with the man at first. Ball and 2 strikes to the Rangers shortstop. To short, hit hard.
Come on, run it out, run it out.
Throw over to LeMahieu at second, and that'll do it. So no runs here on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Texas is out in front, 8-1. Brett Castro gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Brett Castro.
Coming to the plate now, Peter McCauley. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Straightaway left. Pittman looking up, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one.
Yeah, they have everything to lose in this game, but it's obvious they have 0 quitting them. They're going to battle until the last out, and with that homer, they're that much closer to prolonging this series.
In now, Jose Martinez, and that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
Up next for the Cardinals, the second baseman, DJ.
Stepping in now, DJ LeMahieu, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. A ball and a strike. Martinez on at first, nobody out. One ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Hit out towards second. And he can't come up with it. And a great job to stick with it here as he gets the first down of the inning. But they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. Now digging in to try it again, Paul Goldschmidt. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1.
Hey, that's got to throw the batter's game plan off a little bit. He thinks sinker's coming. Double play situation. He gets the ordinary fastball. He's got to be thinking what's coming next.
Well struck, but foul over by the coaching box. The 1-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Moving under it, Hickman. And that's the second out of the inning.
Hey, no runner. Eat it. Eat it.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Paul DeYoung. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down.
There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 8th inning coming up. The Rangers on top here, 8-2. Mark Wright comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Mark Wright.
Digging in once again, Kevin Kiermaier. He went down on strikes last time up.
Kevin Kiermaier.
First offering on its way. Too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage of it.
You know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
2-0 count. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off. He pulls this one into right. Martinez is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Standing in now, Nomar Mazara. As he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. The 1-0. The swing and a miss, strike 1.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Under it is Ozuna, and there are 2 gone now. Settling in now, Douglas Pittman. He's 2 for 4 in the ball game.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Ball 1.
2 out, nobody on. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Ozuna is under it. And the inning is over. Rangers set down in order, but no matter, they lead it 8-2. Striding into the box, Marcell Ozuna comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First pitch of the at-bat. Ball 1. Hit hard on the ground is short. Andrus has it. And a good throw gets him 1 gone. Now at the plate, Brian Goodwin. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Popped him up. Kiner Falefa has a play. 2 down. Coming to the plate now, Jeimer Candelario. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First pitch coming, here it is. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. And this catches the outside corner, strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This is pulled into right. That gets down, and the inning will continue.
2-2-2.
He'll get it into second. And going for it, the right call. He's in at second base with a 2-out double. Colton Wong will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 16. Colton Wong.
High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching him.
And there's the first strike, 2-1. Counts even at 2-2 to Wong. Pitch popped up. Davidson moving to his left. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Mike Pearson enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
27, Mike Pearson.
So next to the plate for Texas, Rougned Odor. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Now the pitch. Called strike, 0-2.
not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least, you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
And it's fouled away. Ready with another 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Into the box, Dennis Davidson. As the first pitch here is a bit high, it's ball one. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Soft liner to the left side. Oh, and this deflects right off him. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Hey, not a bad pitch right there. Off-speed pitch down in the zone. You thought he would set that up pretty well. The previous pitch was a real good fastball up.
Yeah, I think the hitter was sitting all over that one, Dan. I really do. He saw that fastball up for show. I think he thought to himself, here comes the off-speed.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he gets ahead 0-1. Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. The 0-1 pitch. Takes a pitch high and away for ball one. And he takes ball two, and it's 2-1. Pearson playing here in his age 29 season. This is his second year as a major leaguer. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Davidson stands at first with 1 out. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
The catcher, number 9, Isaiah.
Into the box now, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. A runner on first with 2 away. Here's the 1-1. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Goodwin will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1 left for Texas, but no matter, they lead it 8-2. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Trevor May, the 6'5" right-hander, takes over on the mound.
For Texas. Now pitching and batting in the 8th spot, number 65, Trevor May.
So digging in now, Peter McCauley. He'll be the first to bat here in the inning with his guys in need of some 9th inning magic if they're going to force a
Game 5. Here's the first pitch. There's a fastball right down Broadway, taken for a strike.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
Fouled off. Now the 1-2 pitch. Fouled away. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Some guys with big arms like this, they're just chuckers. They just throw the ball as hard as they can, and where it ends up isn't that big of a concern, but that wasn't the case there. That was a very well-pitched fastball right on the corner at the knees. Good luck hitting that one.
Now batting.
In now, Jose Martinez. As he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. The 1-0. Tried to get the arms extended, but he couldn't. 1-1. May, playing here in his age 31 season, he was a 4th-round selection during the 2008 draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
And it's 1-2.
1-2.
And he missed with it up and in to even things at 2-2. He stays alive, still 2-2. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will land untouched. Ready with another 2-strike offering, and he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Now
ready once again, DJ LeMahieu. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. And this is up and in, ball one. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A called strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So with 2 away, Paul Goldschmidt gets a chance following the base hit.
Boy, another base hit, and hopefully not another stranded runner, Mark.
Yeah, I can't tell you how frustrating it is for the offensive team not to be able to pick their pitcher up. A lot of traffic on the board. Somebody's got to come through.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Standing in now, Paul Goldschmidt. Swing and a ground ball. This could do it. Throw in time, and they are World Series champions.
Wow, World Series champions. The only thing that could have made this sweeter would have been doing it in front of the home crowd. But hey, they're not complaining, believe me. Now they can look forward to celebrating during the parade as they bring the World Series trophy home. What a moment for this team, this organization, and that city.
Back now on the show. It's all over, and you see the reactions there to the final out. And down on the field, we'll get a chance to watch the presentation of the Commissioner's Trophy to the new world champs.
The final line score for our ball game tonight.